Stand up and cheer. It's time for Green and White Tonight. Here's your host, Brad Appleton.
Hello, Bobcat fans, and welcome to Green and White Tonight, the Bobcat Sports Showcase's version of a late-night talk show. I'm your host, Brad Appleton. This week, I'm joined with Ohio football's Nate Carpenter and Keith Moore. Guys, thanks for joining. Now, right off the bat, I got to ask you, do you guys usually match, or is that just kind of coincidence?
Yeah, he came and picked me up, and
he
refused
copied
to change. So
yeah, you guys call each other earlier, playing it out or something?
Yeah.
Well, at least when you have jeans on. Let's start. I like to ask, where are you guys from?
I'm from Lancaster, Ohio. It's about 45 minutes away here.
Okay.
And I'm from Grove City, Ohio. It's about an hour and a half away.
Talk a little bit about your high school football careers.
Go ahead, Nate.
In high school, I got the privilege to play with my older brother Georgie there, and I started out on defense, like freshman and sophomore year, and then junior and senior year I moved to offense and defense, and then my senior year I was actually played punt returner, kick returner, punter, kicker, safety, running back, and we didn't have a lot of seniors. So, and my dad's the head coach, and so he required me to do a lot of things for our team there. And we were actually I won the league 3 out of my 4 years and made the playoffs 3 out of my 4 years. In my senior
pretty
year,
impressive high school career there.
Right, and went out losing to the state champs in the first round of the playoffs, so I wasn't too mad about that.
Yeah, good team.
Well, mine's not as good as that. I actually didn't start varsity until my junior year of high school. Struggled, my senior year came out, had 8 interceptions, led the team or led the state in interceptions. Got second team All-State. Came here as a walk-on, so I guess I only had 1 year of good varsity play. Went to the playoffs my senior year. Played Nate. We won 7-0. That was like the first time that I've ever beat Lancaster, so that felt good.
Okay, so he had the more impressive high school career, but you guys
right.
The other 2 head-to-head times we put him hurt to him.
Okay.
So.
Hey, that's all right.
Still 2-1.
That's all right.
All right. What brought you guys to Ohio?
We were going through the recruiting process here. Coach Solich was down here. He's a great coach. Mm-hmm. They had a great program, and it was on their way and to where we're at now, and we've improved each and every year. And, it's close to home, and a lot of my family friends come here from Lancaster since it's so close, and I just felt like it was the right fit for me.
Yeah, I actually came here just as a student. I liked it. It was within the budget. It was a state school. I came here just thinking I was going to be a student. 2 days before the season started, actually, I got an email from Coach Groom saying I had a spot in the team. So I walked on the second game of the 2009 season, or the 2010 season.
Yeah, Keith, I'm always interested how that works. Were you recruited by other schools and still wanted to go to Ohio, or how did that work that they knew?
No, like I said, I had a good senior year, but it was late in the process.
Okay.
I had like 2 Division I AA offers. They got dropped. I was like fed up with the whole process, and just came here just to enjoy my time and be a student. And obviously, bigger and better things have happened to me, which I'm thankful for.
Yeah, and with student athletes, I always find it hard to go to classes and find time for lunch in a day. You guys are doing classes, practice. Right. What are your majors, and how do you find that easy balance?
I'm exercise physiology. And mine has been hard because my major is science-based, so I have a bunch of labs and stuff I have to move in, and a bunch of my labs are offered on like practice time, so I have to meet with my professors after class or before class and try to go through the lab real fast. So I skip a lot of my labs, and I'm thankful that my teachers let me make that up.
Can work with
right,
you guys.
Exactly. So I'm just thankful for my teachers working around my schedule.
Yeah. Nate, how do you make it work?
In high school I was in actually a post-secondary education plan, so I was able to take college classes at a OU branch in Lancaster.
I gotcha.
So I got a jump start on that. And then, I'm in a business economics major, and I've never really found a lot of school like hard at once, because in high school I figured you have 9 classes a day, why not take a lot in college? So
right.
I've always taken like 20 credit hours each and every quarter, and I've taken them before practice, so after practice I have all my free time to do. And I don't have any labs with like Keith over here with the chemistry and biology and stuff, but I just make it work. And actually the one quarter that was probably hard was the business cluster which has always been pretty difficult. But I was fortunate enough to take that during the winter when we didn't have spring football or fall practice, so I had a lot of time for my academics there.
That's nice. I hear the cluster. It's a bit of work. A bit of work comes with that.
Yeah, it's like probably 18 hours a day type of deal.
Jeez, no way. All right, well, you got through it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm lucky to do that.
All right, so looking at the season, you guys are 7-1, 3-1 in the conference. Tough one against Miami this past Saturday. You guys went down 23-20. How do you guys bounce back from something like that? Obviously you have a game this Thursday, so you kind of have to forget it, get into practice mode. How does that work?
You just got to look at each week as 1 week at a time. And last week we lost, but that's gone out of our heads. And we got a new week with Eastern Michigan, and they're a great team, and they like to run the ball down at you. So we've just been preparing for them right now, and we got to stop their run game. And because if we lose again, then that's a completely different story. So we just got to take it one game at a time.
Tyler sacked at the end of that one, Tettleton. How will he be able to bounce back this week? He seems like he's pretty mentally strong. He'll be able to put it behind him, same as you guys.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler's fine. He's a great player for us. He made a mistake. He was trying to make a play, which the whole thing about it is if we would have scored and he scrambled out of the pocket and made a play and we would have scored, he's the hero.
He's the hero. Play.
And so you can't ever get mad at a playmaker just trying to make a play, and that one time didn't work out.
Right, yeah, just got to forget about it, move on.
Exactly.
Speaking of that Thursday game, you guys take on Eastern Michigan, and then 6 days later, Bowling Green. Are practices more intense, or how are they trying to prepare you guys for that?
Yeah, actually, the day after the Miami game, Coach Solich gave us the speech how we have 3 games in 12 days, I believe.
Yeah.
And, practice is getting intense, and he's expecting a lot out of our defense, and we both play defense here. And so defensive practice has been pretty intense, and the coaches are getting pretty demanding of us. So, we just got to keep doing what we've been doing each and every day and work harder and game plan as much as we can.
Yeah, we've had some pretty inclement weather. Obviously, nothing what the East Coast is getting now, but I understand you guys practice in the rec center in Ping today. How'd that go? Did you guys work on the basketball courts or something like that, or what'd you do?
Yeah, so the defense was in Ping. The offense went to Grover Center and concentrated on more of the running game.
I got
Try to get that established. But yeah, our defense is in Ping. We took up to the basketball courts, did 7-on-7, did some teamwork.
Yeah.
But I think it was fine. I think the biggest thing that they were trying to do is just keep us healthy, not sick or anything like that, because this is the type of season where you do get the flu or sick or whatever. So they're trying to watch that. But the biggest thing was he was afraid of the wind with like our punts and field goals and our throwing. He thought that would affect our play, so he moved us to the gym.
And with all the rain, is there any concern with the turf being slippery? Is that any injury prevention moving you guys in there, or what do you think there?
Turf is turf. It's pretty, unless it's snow, the turf is pretty much fine because it's a rubber surface and your cleats actually get in and it doesn't really give way. So the turf really doesn't have much to do with it. I mean, the other thing with the cold weather is there's a lot of distraction because players aren't paying attention because it's cold and it's wet and rainy and they want to get out of there more than be there. So you don't get a lot out of practice.
Yeah. You said Solich wants the defense to step up. You guys have had quite a few significant injuries on defense. How has that allowed other guys to step up? I mean, the 7-1 record kind of speaks for itself, but I'm sure there's those guys who have filled those gaps.
Yeah, losing Travis Carey early on in the season before it even started, and then Jameel Shaw before the season. So both of our corner spots right there were both gone, and so Lorenzo and Ian have both done a great job stepping up, and as well as Devin Bass and Octavius Leftwich. They've all done a great job stepping up. They're young guys, and each week they've just been trying to prepare more they can and do more that they can do. And, Travis is always out there helping them and trying to keep them calm out there, and the rest of the players on the team try to keep them calm out there since they're young players. But also losing Tremaine on the D-line was a pretty big injury because he's been a 3-year starter here, and we look at him as pretty much of a captain in our eyes too. And so other DNs have had to step up. Nick Barber's had some couple of injuries as well, but he's came back and stepped up. So a lot of people are just stepping up and making plays, and we're just grateful for that.
And all those guys too, Travis and Tremaine, all of them have been leading from the sidelines. they're not just not showing up to practice and saying like whatever, you know, I'm hurt, I really can't do much for our team.
Yeah.
No, they're out there like just verbally telling those guys, you know, stay up or what to do, or like when they're wrong, how they can correct it. So they're always helping us out.
Yeah, so that's really
Right.
all you can ask for them.
Right.
Nathan, kind of switching back to you, you talked about playing high school football with your older brother. He went to Marshall, I understand?
he went
Is
to
there a
Marshall.
little weird rivalry there? Or?
Yeah, and actually, I was fortunate enough to play him last year because last
Yeah.
year it was his senior year, and we definitely got the upper hand of them last
Yeah.
year, especially here at home. And this year, he's still involved with the team, actually. He's
really?
their graduate assistant strength and conditioning coach for football, and then he runs soccer and a couple other sports there, too. So he's still down there, and it's a different down there, too, because I know a bunch of the Marshall players since he went down there, and I've hung out with a bunch of those guys before I came here. So it's a little bit different situation there for me.
Yeah, Keith, was that game pretty fun? It seemed like they had some pretty rowdy fans, packed house. You guys
Oh
pulled out the
yeah,
W.
it's always fun playing at Marshall. I've always said it's so loud when you play there. I don't know what it is, if it's that mini horseshoe or the mini shoe, but it's so loud. One of the loudest games I've ever played in too. Wouldn't you say it was as loud as Penn State almost?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it really is. I don't know what it is about Marshall, but it's always a blast to play there.
Yeah.
And especially when all their players are trying to get in your face and talk a little trash. I don't know what it is about those Marshall dudes, man. They're always
Motivation.
West
I guess.
that's just their motto, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. Nathan, your dad and older brother were also in football. Your dad played in the NFL. Brother played at Ohio State and the NFL. Correct?
Yeah.
Do you have the same hopes of continuing with football after school, or?
You know, I mean, as a young kid, every football player that wants to play football in the future, they always have their dream of continuing into the
Right.
NFL career. And, you know, since I have the privilege of having two older family members play in the NFL, you know, that's with football, they expect a lot out of their younger siblings to do well. And, you know, I mean, if it happens, I'd love it if it happened. But if it doesn't happen, you know, I'm not depending my life 100% on that, because education is obviously the most important thing.
It's gonna be a
in life.
lawyer.
Oh,
But,
okay. That's not a bad
Bigger
second
and
option
better
then,
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, the option's always out there. If you're giving the chance, willing to take the chance to continue your career with football, and someone's willing to give you the chance, then you know, you just got to take what you get and run with it.
And there's the Olympics too. I hear you're a good swimmer.
Yeah, actually, my older brother Jonathan, actually, if he would have stuck to swimming, he probably would have been somewhere big with swimming.
Yeah. Another thing I like to ask all of our guests: any hidden talents between any of you guys? Keith, any good accents for us or anything like that?
See, man, not really. I play sports. You know, I don't really have many accents. I can't juggle. I'm pretty sure Nate can juggle.
You can get lessons on college.
Yeah, I
Have
know.
you seen them out
I
there?
can't play the piano. Can't you play the piano?
Yeah, I can play
Yeah.
Oh, there
man,
you go.
yeah.
There you go.
So
my mom was.
you're
very
just
demanding.
comparing me to the
Was
wrong
she?
guy
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Keith, no hidden talents, but I understand Bobcat Sports Showcase is on WOUB. We share that network with one of your heroes, Big Jim. You a fan of Community Corner with Big Jim?
See, that's not even funny, you know. Me and Big Jim, we're pretty close, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't like to talk about him, you know, behind his back or anything. So.
Oh, he's a great guy.
Big Jim, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, I love that show. We were talking a little bit before social media. You guys aren't huge into that. Why not?
You know,
you can
it's
take
more of
this
a
one.
distraction in life.
Yeah.
There's a lot more important things than a
Yeah.
lot of the technology stuff going on in the world.
Especially if you
but-
have a smartphone, you know.
Right.
Nathan doesn't even have a smartphone.
Yeah.
But you know, no, but for real though, I'd be in class, you know, just with my little Facebook app on my phone, kind of just scrolling through it, and you're like, it's almost like you're living life through your phone,
Right.
You know, on this freaking app. And no, I mean, I'd rather just you know.
Yeah, and
live
you're on
right
it
now.
looking
You're
at
always
what
checking.
Right,
so-and-so's
exactly. So
eating
it was just
or
taking too
whatever.
much
Always.
time. It was just
Always
taking too much
checking it.
time. So
24 hours a day.
25 minutes goes by, you
Yeah,
look up and
oh,
you're like, what
whoa.
did the teacher just say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that.
less
Creeping.
distractions.
Yeah, unfortunately, I am addicted to my phone. so,
Yeah, yeah.
I
A
know-
lot of people are. So
I know
you're
exactly
you're
what you
okay.
guys are talking about, so I guess that's a good thing then.
Yeah.
A little bit about music. We had a couple football players on. We had Eric Herman on the first episode. He likes to go by the name of DJ Hammer, and he said he likes house and techno and stuff like that. What kind of music are you guys into? You like the robot stuff? Or?
Nathan actually got me started into the more like alternative music, like John Mayer, Dave Matthews, Coldplay, exactly. I think, didn't you go to a concert?
Yeah, I go to all Dave Matthews concerts around here.
Those are good times.
What was the one in Colorado you went to? Or?
I went to OAR at Red Rock Amphitheater out in Colorado.
So yeah, that's pretty sweet. So I'm more into that now, which I like.
Genre.
Yeah, it's more chill music.
So yeah, definitely good studying, kind of relaxing music.
Right, definitely.
Yeah, I can't say I'm a fan of that techno stuff either. I can't understand it.
Headache.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, actually, in the locker room, Wednesday is our only day.
White Boy Wednesday.
We call it White Boy Wednesday. So we'll jam out to
everything.
NSYNC, Backstreet Boys,
nice.
John Mayer, anything and everything.
Yeah, were you guys Backstreet Boys or NSYNC fans when you were younger? Don't tell me 98 Degrees.
No,
dude.
Thank you.
Okay, look.
I mean, they're both pretty top notch back in the day.
Yeah, actually, in my senior year talent show.
Maybe you do have a hidden talent.
Senior year talent show. No, this is not a hidden talent. We worked for like 2 or 3 months. Of NSYNC, Bye Bye Bye, all that, exactly the same choreography that they did. And so it took us, so me and 5 of my buddies.
Saturday nights from 6
definitely.
to 12.
It was fun though. It was with my 5 best buds in high school.
Okay, that's
And
good
so we
time.
just did that, and it was awesome.
Yeah, you guys win?
Yeah,
all that,
all
preparation.
definitely won. Yeah.
Yeah, like a DQ gift card or something.
More like a little round of applause.
Yeah, round of applause. No prizes.
It was the
That much
loudest. It
effort?
was the loudest round of applause. So that's all you need.
Okay. Just get a few parents in there.
Yeah,
you know,
we had the
for you.
closing act, so it was good.
Okay, perfect way to end up the show then. You guys are off campus this year, correct? First year off campus?
This is my
Living off
second.
campus?
This is my
Second year,
second,
okay. What's it like adjusting to cleaning up after yourself? You guys have meal plans, right? So the cooking probably isn't too bad, but how do you like living off campus?
Living off campus is a lot better than living in the dorms. The
Yeah.
dorms, you have a roommate and you're in a tiny little room together, and
And
if
you
you
share a bathroom.
right, and if your roommate isn't like
the most clean
person, then you got to deal with that each and every day.
Yeah.
So now I have my own big room and I have all my stuff in it. I like to keep it clean.
Yeah.
I live with my buddies, so it's a lot better. You have your own personal space, but then you have the living room with all your guys to hang out with.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah, it's definitely better living off campus, 100%.
You pretty clean too? Like
yeah,
man.
man.
I say that I am, but it just
No,
doesn't happen.
I
He's a
really
clean
am.
freak.
Yeah?
I'm a
Oh,
clean
really?
freak.
Okay.
I'm kind of like OCD almost. So I lived at Palmer Place last year.
Okay.
And I loved it. I loved the guys who I lived with. But man, I was like always just cleaning up and just being the mom of the house. And so I'm living in the Summit now, and I like it a lot.
Okay. Yeah. Something nice. You guys got the pool up there and everything.
Yeah, you get the pool.
A little cold now.
Yeah,
for it.
tanning bed.
Yeah,
tanning bed.
Yeah,
Oh,
tanning
gee.
bed. Haven't used it obviously, but
No, I don't
tanning
know.
bed. So workout facility.
Okay.
And the bus. I use the bus every morning, so it's
Cool.
good.
Cool. Guys, appreciate you coming. Good luck with the next few games coming up, and best luck for the rest of the season and what happens.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
And be sure to tune in to the Bobcat Sports Showcase this Friday night at 11 o'clock, and we re-air Saturday afternoon on Sports Time Ohio at 4. For Green and White Tonight, I'm Brad Appleton saying thanks for watching. Cool, that's better. Saturday afternoon, that a little better, Tom?
4 a.m.
We'll be seeing you.
4 a.m., stumbling home.
Coming home from the strip club. We're here for your viewing pleasure.
For those who like the
If you're out of luck and out of singles, coming home.
Are
from
we
the strip
still
club.
are we still having that thing? Are we still having the strip club here?
What's that?
the strip club, is it really coming?
You guys football social at the strip club?
Yes.
I think they're hosting your team meals from now on.
Nice.
I hope you like all you
If I find some hair in there, I swear to God.
Just smelling like baby powder.
some baby powder breakfast.